Do you think company culture is just for big corporations? Think again. Today, we're exploring how small businesses can build thriving cultures without breaking the bank. Of course, we're going to talk about the bank because that's what we do in this podcast. And we also want to talk about how they are often able to build better cultures than the big guys.
Not the bank, but the small businesses. Yeah, for sure. Plus, we're going to reveal why profitability isn't just about numbers. It's about creating a workplace where both owners and employees can flourish. Whether you're a solopreneur planning to hire or already managing a full team, this episode will show you how to create a culture that attracts and retains great talent.
In a world where chaos seems to reign supreme, where uncertainty lurks around every corner, and financial markets are now more unpredictable than ever, there's one place you can turn to find clarity and control. Welcome to the Wealth Wisdom Financial Podcast.
Hey, I'm Brandon.
And I'm Amanda.
Join us as we dive deep in the world of personal and business finance
to assist you in navigating through the chaos and building the financial future you deserve.
We believe when conventional financial thinking doesn't get you where you want to go,
you need wealth wisdom.
So if you're ready to take control of your financial destiny,
tune in to the Wealth Wisdom Financial Podcast.
Because in a chaotic world, your money shouldn't be.
Subscribe now and never miss an episode.
Now, when most people hear company culture, they picture tech startups with ping pong tables and free lunch, or corporate giants with elaborate benefit packages. But here's the truth. Company culture isn't about perks. It's about creating an environment where both the business and its people can flourish. And for us, it all starts with profitability.
Yeah, I talk to a lot of business owners, right? And I hear this a lot of times, almost all the time, is they will pay themselves at some rate, they'll eventually do it, and the culture of that business, and then they're all stressed out and freaking out because money is not coming in, and they fire everybody, or something happens, right? And so that is a stressful culture, right, for the owner and the people who are depending on the job, right? And so culture really does matter. I think about that from our own experience. We used to own a coffee shop called Overflow. And if we are the top of the fountain and we're not taking care of us, then we can't overflow to other things. And our team is an extension of us. And it starts with having a good culture.
Yeah. And in fact, the business can implode if there's not, water to flow, right? There's not cash to flow. There's not profits that can benefit everybody.
Yeah. So it's interconnected too, like finances, faith, fitness, all those things. And we learned that firsthand and why our company culture matters.
Yeah. So let's talk about this from the employee perspective. And it might kind of seem counterintuitive, but also when you think about it, it's very logical. That it's very different working for a profitable business versus one that's struggling. Mm-hmm. And of course, we've experienced both sides of these coins as employees, as business owners, and the difference is night and day. And let's talk about how it's just not just about the money. So in a profitable business, employees can focus on their work instead of worrying about whether their paychecks are going to clear.
Yeah, that's no fun.
There's room for growth, both professionally and financially. Stress levels are lower because there's a cushion for unexpected challenges.
Which, again, in business, challenges happen.
Yeah. Innovation is possible because resources aren't constantly stretched thin. When there's an idea, there's actually money to put behind that idea, so more ideas happen, right? And the workplace atmosphere overall is just more positive because people aren't operating from this scarcity mindset.
Think about it like a garden. A profitable business is like rich, well-maintained soil, and everything you plant there has a better chance of growing. An unprofitable business is like trying to grow plants in sandy, nutrient-poor soil. You can add the fertilizer, all the perks that you want, but until you fix the soil itself, nothing is going to thrive.
So this brings us to our first key point. Building a company culture starts with creating a profitable business. Let me say that again. Building a great company culture starts with creating a profitable business. So if you want a great company culture, build a profitable business. If you want a profitable business, that will help you have a great company culture.
Yeah.
And that's where now, if you've got that, right, profitable business, you're ready to go after that great company culture, make it better and better. That's where creative profit sharing comes in. Now, most business owners think profit sharing means setting up a 401k with an employer match. Now, while that might be valuable for you and your team, there are so many other ways to share your prosperity with your team. You're retaining the talent you've attracted. We're going to explore some creative options after the break. We promise to use regular language and stay away from technical jargon. So please stick with us.
Ready to take the next step towards securing your financial future? Whether you're planning for retirement, saving for your dream home, or you just want to make your money work harder for you, the team at Wealth Wisdom Financial are ready to assist you. And now, it's easier than ever to see how we might give you a boost on your financial journey.
Schedule a 15-minute discovery call with one of us today.
And let's discuss your questions and your financial goals together.
Don't wait any longer. Your financial freedom awaits. Schedule your discovery call at www.wealthwisdomfp.com/call.
Now, you might be thinking, I can barely cover payroll. How am I supposed to share profits? This is where creativity comes in. Here are some approaches we've either used ourselves or seen work well for other small business owners.
So the first thing is maybe you set up a quarterly or annual bonus system. This is where you want to set clear, achievable targets tied to business performance. You make those metrics transparent so everyone knows what they're working toward. And you consider both individual and team-based goals. And you can start small, even with a modest bonus that can be motivating when there's a clear path to earn it.
For those things.
Yeah, we get to see each other's strengths. Yeah. Okay, third idea is skills and professional development. Work with each member of your team to create a professional development strategy. Then have each of them set aside an hour or two each week to work on the strategy and develop professionally. You can let employees choose training that interests them, things they want to grow in or learn about. And this is going to benefit them, right? No matter how long they are with you, they're going to be developing skills and expertise that they can take with them, but it also benefits the business. You got well-trained, well-developing employees that are going to do better and better the longer they're with you.
I think this goes back to the Dan Sullivan book of Who Not How, right? So if they learn things and they're always seeking professional development or we have the place for it, then they're going to know things and learn things that you may not know. Of course, we would put it in a
SOP,
yeah,
standard
SOP,
operating
yeah, all that
procedure.
stuff. So then they can transfer it on if need be. But that's creating a culture of learning and that you're not the linchpin in case something happens.
Yep. And the number 4 idea is flexible scheduling and time off. As profitability improves, you can offer more flexibility. This could be additional PTO days or maybe flexible scheduling. And this really shows that you value what they call work-life balance, although it's not always a balance. Actually, I'll throw this in here. Didn't plan to share this. My first job out of college, I had a great boss, ruined me on bosses in terms of he was so great. I could never have as good of a boss as him. And he taught us, like, this is the definition of work-life balance. Some weeks work wins, some weeks life wins.
Yeah.
Family, right? Those kind of things. But overall, you should always feel like you're winning.
Yeah. I mean, I think about it this way for us specifically. My son tomorrow is going to be out of school. And so
the teacher development day.
Yeah, didn't know about it. And then something happened where Amanda has to be out as well. So with the babysitter, which is AKA mother-in-law. So they're gone. And so work life for us means bring your son to work day tomorrow and being okay with that as a both business owner and, as a team, maybe that's going to happen with our team at
It
some
has
point.
happened.
It has, yeah. So being okay with that. Now, if you're in a non-safe work environment, those kind of things you have to be aware, like don't bring them behind the bar at a business, like food service kind of thing. Or but being able to embrace some of the family, some of the mess on both sides.
Yep. Okay, now we get to the extra special part. You ready for this? If you've zoned out, come back here. One of our favorite approaches is what we call the profit first participation plan. And here's how it works. You set aside a small percentage of your quarterly profit distribution. You're doing those right if you're profit first.
Yeah, you should be. And if you don't know about profit first, reach out to us because we'll help you understand it.
Then creating clear criteria for how it's shared. Could be equal splits, could be based on tenure or role, right? You got to create that clear criteria. Say that 10 times fast. Create the clear criteria. And then make it a teaching opportunity about business and personal finances. So for example, these bonuses could fund a bank on yourself type policy with a cash value that the staff can use while they're, still employed with you and, buy that next car, pay off that debt, whatever it might be. And the money still grows to create funds that supplement their retirement. They can refill that money on their own schedule. How different and more awesome of a profit sharing plan is that versus 401k that they can't touch and or have lots of fees and different things.
And we help build those for business owners and clients all the time.
Yeah. And then as your profitability grows, you can just continue to share those rewards and continue to expand the profit first participation plan.
There you go. That's just one. I mean, there's so many kinds of plans you can build, and ways to make sure that the culture is not just talked about, but it's actually implemented through strategies and tools.
Yeah. You can make sure that the types of profit sharing that you do match your culture rather than distract from your culture.
Yep.
And this is where we would go into lots of technical jargon. So we're going to wrap up now instead and hope that you'll reach out to us to learn more. Actually, we've got a way for you to do that. But first, let's recap. So remember, culture isn't built overnight.
Mhm.
It's a result of consistent actions that align with your values. So start with getting profitable, then focus on sharing that prosperity in ways that make sense for your team and your business, and continue to go in that consistent direction.
I kind of think about that like a gym. You got to actually show up to the gym, right? And that's the profitability part of a business.
Yeah.
And then you're consistent, and then you add on the little things.
Yeah. And then a profitable business with a strong culture actually becomes self-reinforcing, kind of like you work out at the gym, your muscles become stronger. It's easier to work out the next time.
Yep.
And right. But in this case, you've got happy employees. They provide better service. Better service leads to more satisfied customers. We wrote in our very first business plan, how we treat our team is how our team will treat our customers. Like if you want a better customer experience, you got to have a better team experience. And of course, we all know, hopefully, satisfied customers generate more revenue. They send more referrals. They do more business with you. They become fans and, those kind of things. And of course, more revenue creates opportunities for greater profit sharing, and greater profit sharing has better team dynamics. And that cycle just continues and reinforces itself, gets better and better, kind of like compound interest.
Or the overflow principle.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was like, wow, that's the overflow principle, just in a different way.
Yep. So now we're going to give you the chance to see some technical jargon. If you're ready to build a culture of prosperity in your business, which we hope you are, we created a profit sharing strategy guide that includes a comparison of some common methods of profit sharing. So like it lists the common methods and then some of the pros and cons of each, so you can choose which one might fit your team best. And get that in the Wealth Wisdom financial community at wealthwisdomfp.com/community. There you'll find a community of business owners building sustainable, profitable cultures. How many times can I say community? It's wealthwisdomfp.com/community. Go there, join us today. Make sure you get that profit sharing strategy guide.
Yeah, and I don't remember what I was saying over and over again last time. I'm going to try not to do that this time, but thanks for joining. Don't forget. Oh, it was don't forget.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe button. and live long and profit. And leave us a review. The topics presented in this podcast are for general information only and not for the purpose of providing legal, accounting, or investment advice. On such matters, please consult a professional who knows your specific situation.